Hello, my name is Edward Brown with the Courage, Image, and Charisma Institute. And today I want to talk about Michael Jordan and charisma. I was asked recently in a forum with business CEOs and managers who I believe was the most transformational, charismatic leader in the last 20 years. And while they were looking for a business icon or someone who, Jack Welch type of GE, I said Michael Jordan. I said, Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan was a phenomenon on the basketball court, but what has he done on the world stage? The thing that they fail to realize that when you read leadership books or leadership schools of thought or leadership models, most models would subscribe to the fact that you need to transform and become more of that thing and therefore influence people from being that thing. Whereas, Michael Jordan, he basically came on the stage and just be. He was who he was. And as a result of his personality, his charisma, his magnetism, his drive to win was sufficient to transform and have people lead. So I like what Seth Godin said, the marketing guru. He said that sometimes we talk about, I'm paraphrasing, he said sometimes we talk about people being leaders, when invariably all you have to do is go out there, do what you do, and have a passion for that thing, and let people follow you. Forget about putting your finger in the wind and seeing exactly what tire to go. Just go out there, see a void, fill a void, and let people follow you. Sometimes people won't follow you, sometimes people will. But you know in your own reality that no matter what crazy new concept, school of thought, church, religion comes out of nowhere, there's always going to be people who follow and see something inside that concept that they see that resonates with themselves. So stop trying to find ways to get people to join your ideology, your philosophy, your perspective, and just be who you are and let people join you through osmosis and organically. Now, what Michael Jordan did, he did two major things that I want to share with you today in terms of the charismatic personality and the mindset. He was a contrarian, and he basically turned negatives into positives. What is a contrarian? A contrarian is a person, while the status quo goes about its merry way and does what it does because it's used to doing it through tradition, the contrarian comes around and says, I think we can do it better. Why are we doing that anyway? Why? What's the importance of that? How and why is that the most effective way of doing it? A contrarian says, we don't necessarily have to wear short shorts any longer on basketball. Let's wear them long. We don't have to wear this monochromatic colors on the basketball court. Let's magnify and have multidimensional colors. Let's use our bald head as a style as opposed to a sense of losing male prowess or male testosterone, if you will. And so Michael Jordan did a lot of those things by turning negatives into positives. Obviously, he got that from his father in one of the videos I saw not too long ago. He got it from his father. But that's an important lesson to live by, because sometimes when we lose something in life, whether it's our hair, our teeth, a job, a spouse, we have a tendency to internalize and believe that somehow we brought this on ourselves, or the gods, if you will, are heaping their dastardly deeds on us and making us feel bad about ourselves because of something we did. But when you actually turn everything that is perceived as a negative into a positive, saying that no longer will bald heads, for example, be a negative thing, suggesting that the man is lacking prowess, but it be seen as a sign of virility. And so Michael Jordan did that for not only a modicum of bald-headed men, but also reformulating and refashioning an idea of beauty among men of color. The darker-hued blacks in America all of a sudden became more inundated with the idea that if I cut my hair, I had a distinct look. And it's already accepted because Michael Jordan made it acceptable, and the world saw me different and saw me as being attractive, and therefore my esteem grew as a result of me feeling attractive. That was done to one person. Now, obviously Michael Jordan was not the first person to wear bald head. Telly Savalas wore it back in the day. Yul Brynner wore it. Isaac Hayes wore it. But he was the one who popularized it currently. That's important to remember. When you do things currently, that is a backdrop to what has happened already, and you refresh it and make it unique. As Shakespeare said, take old words and make new words out of them. You refresh something, and therefore people feel a relative connection to it currently. And so be a contrarian, not for the sake of being a maverick, for the sake of saying I want this to be different, for the sake of being different. But I'm only different because I see a better way of doing things, and I will take a negative and turn it into a positive. Also, he determined that he wanted, by being a leader, that he needed to manifest excellence by letting his game show and let that, I'm looking for a concept, let that be the thing that people move towards, that people saw that the value of being excellent, in this case basketball, but it could be anything, that the same steps to get to that level is the same steps you take for any success that you want in any profession or industry. And so he took those concepts and dynamics and just lived it. Just became that one thing. And so no matter what he touched, became almost like a representation of the idea of gold. By the touch of gold, the Midas touch. So you have inside you at this point the opportunity to do the same things, to realize that your success and the things that you manifest in the world stage have everything to do with the things that you see, the things that you feel, and the things that can be transformed by you transforming your mindset and perspective as it relates to charisma and the idea behind the manifestation thereof. Michael Jordan, again, was instrumental for doing those things in the last 20 years. You can do the same thing by taking snippets and pieces and nuggets of his life, his experiences, and some of the things he has written about it, and manifesting your life no matter what that thing is. So using charisma to transform your life is all about transforming your philosophy, your lifestyle, and your methodology of saying it's always a better way of doing something, and I have to find a way of doing it that I have passion for, that I know that only I can do it. If you do that, you will have life on your terms. All the things will come to manifestation from that ideology. My name is Edward Brown with the Courage Image and Charisma Institute, and let's keep talking.